Today we are going to do two important theorems, theorem number 7 and theorem number 6. Though this is theorem number 6 is given earlier than theorem number 7, but I feel that theorem number 7 should be given first because Rolle's theorem is actually derived from this mean value theorem. So what is that theorem? We'll discuss in detail. You see that mean value theorem says let f is a function from closed interval ab to r be a continuous function on this a closed interval ab and differentiable on open interval ab, then there exists some c in ab such that f dash c equal to fb minus fa upon b minus a. So remember that that f dash c exists when you have condition number 1 that f should be continuous in the closed interval ab, and second condition is that your fx should be differentiable in the open interval ab. Only then that f dash c, and where c is somewhere in between a and b, will exist, and it will be equal to this when these two conditions are satisfied. So you see this graph. Let's say this is a function, this curve type. You can see this, this is your function. Let's say this is fx and this is interval a, and this is interval, this is point b of the interval. So this point with this function, you can see this point will be a comma fa, and this point will be b comma fb. So now see, observe one thing, that this function is continuous because you can see this graph is without lifting pen I have drawn this graph like this. And also this function is differentiable in the open interval because any point on this graph you take, any point between this ab, between this graph you take, and at all point you can find one unique tangent that can be drawn. So it means this function is differentiable. So now if it is differentiable, take these 2 points. Take these 2 points. If I would like to find the slope, then slope of this will be fb minus fa, and this will be b minus a, y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. And this is the slope, you can see, and this, that is the point c. You can see if the curve of the shape is like this, then there must be, you see this slope, this is the slope of secant, and you will get at least 1 point, at least 1 point in which you, if you draw the point of you draw the tangent, and that tangent will be parallel to that secant. It means that point is, let's say, c. So this c is the point where you draw that tangent, and that tangent will be parallel to this secant. So that's why this result is there, that f dash c, because this is the slope of this tangent at c and this is the slope of the secant, and both slopes will be equal because these two lines are parallel. Okay, so this is what mean value theorem is. Now you can consider this thing. If I have taken the help of this, this is your curve which is slantly positioned like this. Just think of, if this curve will come in this shape, come exactly in this in this shape, means this is exactly touching this horizontal line, or you see the different position when this is horizontally, this is touching this way. So here you are going to get some different things, some different result will follow. And what the different result is, that result is your Rolle's theorem. What Rolle's theorem says? Rolle's theorem says let f is a function defined from closed interval ab to r be continuous in ab and differentiable in ab. Means these two conditions were there in means value theorem also, but one more condition has come such that fa equal to fb. What does it mean, fa equal to fb? See here, this fa equal to fb, when they both can be equal, when they can be equal, when they come like this is one my finger, this is fb, this is fa, so they are at one line. So fb equal to fa, or there can be second position, this is fb and this is fa, they are in the on the straight line. So if both values are same, now if both values are same, you can just you just tell me that what will be the slope of this secant then. If this fb this point and this FA, if they come on the same line, if both this is like this time in mean value theorem, and if this come this position, means it becomes like this is a parabola right now which is opening on the top. So you see that that time the slope of the secant will be 0 because FB and FA both are equal. So ultimately f dash c is going to be equal to 0. So that is what the result in Rolle's theorem, that such that FA equal to FB means this is a situation and this is your FB, this is your FA. So they both are lying on this line. So it means both values are same. So your difference is going to be 0 and B minus A, whatever number, 0 upon any number will be 0. So your f dash c will be equal to 0, as you can see here also. So there is this possibility and there can be more possibility like this. C is not something that is unique. There can be more than one value of C. See this graph. Here you can see the graph that at FA equal to FB, but there are 2 points C1 and C2 whose slope is equal to 0. Here you can see also that F at C the tangent slope is 0, but it became 0 because the slope of the secant was 0. Here also the slope, you can see this tangent is horizontal to x-axis. In that case your slope f dash c will also be 0 because tan theta will be here 0, and here this slope will also be 0 because here also tan theta is 0. So this way you can see how this C1 and C2 are existing. Okay, we will discuss this exercise 5.8. Question number 1 is verify Rolle's theorem for the function fx equal to x square plus 2x minus 8 and x is belonging from minus 4 to 4. So we see this function is defined for all x and there is no point which can make this function discontinuous, and this is an algebraic function also, or you can say polynomial function also. You can write this that every polynomial function is continuous in every polynomial function is continuous, in particular fx is continuous in minus 4 to 4 minus 4 comma 2 and differentiable also in open interval minus 4 to minus 4 comma 2. Every polynomial function will also be differentiable as well as continuous. So you can state that result. This is a well proven theorem that is proved in NCERT book, so you can use that statement directly. Now your conditions of Rolle's theorems, there are 3 conditions. First condition is that it should be continuous in the closed interval AB. Second condition is that it should be differentiable in the open interval AB, and third condition is that FB equal to FA. So now we are going to check whether FB equal to FA or not. So FB means F2. My F2 is you can substitute 2 square plus 2 into 2 and this is minus 8, so this is 4 and this is going to be 0. And now F minus 4 you calculate, so this is minus 4 square and this will become 2 into 4 and this is minus 8, so 16, this is also going to be 0. So it implies that your F2 is equal to F minus 4. So all conditions of Rolle's theorem are satisfied. Therefore there exist C belongs to open interval minus 4 comma 2 such that f dash c is equal to 0. So we'll find C. So you first differentiate fx, so it will be your I can differentiate here also, f dash x will be 2x plus 2. So you put the value here f dash c, so it will be 2c plus 2, this is equal to 0, and from here c is going to be -1, and you can verify that c is belonging to -4 comma 2. So this way we have verified our Rolle's theorem, and you have seen how that value of c is existing. Now we'll discuss question number 2, verify or examine whether Rolle's theorem is applicable to these questions or not. So first you see that fx equal to greatest integer function for x belongs to 5 comma 9. This is the interval given, but the first question is that whether this fx is continuous. I mean to ask, can I draw that function without lifting my pen from this 5 to 9 interval? So no, because 5, you know that this greatest integer function will have value 5 to 6. The value will be 5. From value this 6 to 7, the value will be 6. From 7 to 8, the value will be 7. 8 to 9, the value will be 8. So the graph of this greatest integer function is not going to be continuous. So this function is not continuous, and this, so the first condition of Rolle's theorem is not getting satisfied. So we have no need to discuss any other condition of Rolle's theorem. So we can simply say that fx is not continuous in 5 to 9. Therefore Rolle's theorem cannot be applicable. We have to go one by one. If your all conditions are getting satisfied, only then according to Rolle's theorem your value of c belonging to the open interval AB exists. If you are not, if your first condition is not satisfying, it means you cannot apply this Rolle's theorem. Now we'll discuss this part number 3rd. The third part is fx equal to x square minus 1, 4x belongs to 1 to 2. So first you can see that fx being a polynomial function is continuous in 1 to 2 and differentiable in open interval 1 to 2, because earlier we also discussed that all polynomial functions are continuous and differentiable. So this is there, and next you will have to check whether f2 we check, this is 2 square minus 1, this is 3, and f1 which is fa is going to be 1 square minus 1, and this is going to be 0. So you can see that your f2 is not equal to f1. So it means Rolle's theorem cannot be applied. Rolle's theorem is not applicable. So it is nothing like you are getting a question that you can always apply Rolle's theorem. You have to check all the conditions whether they are satisfying or not. Now see this question number 4, verify mean value theorem if fx equal to x cube minus 5x square minus 3x. So we can see fx being a polynomial function is continuous in 1 to 4 and differentiable in 1 to 4. But again I'll give you some questions in which functions can be continuous but it cannot be differentiable, so that you have to take care also. Differentiable function is differentiable, it means you differentiate the function. For example, here you see that f dash x will be 3x square minus 10x minus 3. So this is your fx. So this fx is differentiable because you can substitute any of the value from 1 to 4 and this function will remain defined. It means there is no value of this value of x from this interval which can make this non defined. So you can check always whether differentiation is not defined for any of the value. If it is not defined for any of the value, then this function will not be called differentiable. But this function is actually the polynomial function, so there is no denominator as such, you can see. So there is no denominator, so it means and you can see the exponent of all variables should be a whole number, that's why it is a polynomial. So your term which can make the denominator 0 or can make this differentiation not defined is not possible at all. So that's why we always say that function is differentiable in 1 to 4 because this is a polynomial function. So now your conditions of mean value theorem are satisfied. So there exists f dash c. Now as according to mean value theorem, there exists c belongs to 1 comma 4 such that f dash c is equal to fb minus fa upon b minus a. So we'll see that f dash c will be this one. F dash c, you can put the value directly here. So this will be your 3c square minus 10c minus 3, and we'll calculate the value of this fb. So we can do the calculation here so that you can save your time. So we have calculated the value. F4 will be minus 28 and f1 is minus 7. So we can substitute the value. This is minus 28 and this is going to be minus this will become plus 7 upon b minus a. 4 minus 1 means 3. So this is 3c square minus 10c minus 3, and this is going to be, this is minus 21 upon, this is minus 21 upon 3, and this is going to be minus 7. So your this is 3c square minus 10c, this minus will come here and this will become plus 4 equal to 0. So we can see we can find, this is 3 into 4, this is 12. We can find the value of c by either splitting method or by formula method. We have calculated this 3c square minus 10c plus 4 equal to 0. Splitting cannot be done, so we use the formula c equal to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So there are two values, 10 plus root 52 upon 6, and second value is 10 minus root 52 upon 6. So this value is going to be less than 1. Why 1? Because this root 52 is approximately 7 point something. So 10 minus 7 point something will be 2 point something divided by 6. So this answer is going to be less than 1, and our interval is from 1 to 4. So this value we have rejected, and this value 10 plus root 52, this is approximately 17 upon 6. So this is going to be something around 2.9. So this value is lying between 1 to open interval 1 to 4. So this is your answer, 10 plus root 52 upon 6. There is no need to find that exact value. This is fine if you mention up to this point only. Now we discuss this question number 5. Again we have to verify that mean value theorem, and this is the polynomial. You can see that fx being a polynomial function is continuous in 1 to 3 and differentiable in open interval 1 to 3. And we have to see now, you can see the condition of mean value theorem have satisfied. We'll check what are the values of c. Now we have calculated our f dash x, which will be 3x square minus 10x minus 3, and we have calculated f3 also. F3 will be 3 cube minus 5 3 square minus 3 into 3. So that will be this is 3 square 9, 9 5 is 45, and this is 9, 27 minus 54, 9, this is 54, 27. So your difference is now minus 27, and f1 is minus 7. So then according to mean value theorem, uh, f dash c will be equal to fb minus fa upon b minus a. So we'll substitute all these values, 3c square minus 10c minus 3, and this is fb. The value of fb we have calculated, that is minus 27, and this value is will become plus 7, and 3 minus 1 difference is 2, so this is 20, and this is going to be 10. So this is 3c square minus 10c, and this will become minus 13 equal to 0. Again, you can see if it can be splitted, this is fine, otherwise you have to use the formula. So we will split this. This is 3c square, this is 13c plus 3c minus 13 equal to 0. So you see c is common, so this is 3c minus 13, and from here you can take 1 common, 3c minus 13 equal to 0. So your c plus 1 is going to be 0, or 3c minus 13 is going to be 0. From here c is minus 1, which is not belonging to interval. You can see not belonging to 1 to 3, and from here c is going to be 13 by 3, which is belonging to this 1 comma 3 open interval, because no, even this is not belonging to 13 upon 3, 3 3 is 9, so even this is not belonging. Now we have to check, that was given to us, that find all c 1 to 3 for which f dash c equal to 0. Actually this is the mean value theorem, but for this it's given that f dash c equal to 0. So we'll take f dash c only equal to 0. So this is your 3c minus 10c minus 3 is equal to 0. If we can see, it can be factorized. This is 9, so this is 3c square minus 9c minus c minus 3. So this will not help us, because now we have to do this is minus 3, this is minus c, so we'll apply the formula. We'll see that what comes, c minus b, which is 10 plus minus under root b square, b means 100, and this is 3 4, this is 9 9 4 ja 3 3 4 ac, so this is 3 3 ja 9 9 4 ja 36, so this is 36 upon 2 into 3. So you can see that value is 10 plus, and this is coming 136 upon 6. So there are two values of c, but the value, if you take plus 136, and then this will be 10 plus 10 plus something, so that we have to check. Discuss this one more question based on mean value theorem. This is says that verify mean value theorem. Fx is given this in the interval 1 to 3. Find all c belongs to 1 to 3 for which f dash c equal to 0. So fx being a polynomial function is continuous in 1 to 3 and differentiable in open interval 1 to 3. So conditions of mean value theorems are satisfied. So we'll get f dash c is equal to fb minus fa upon b minus a. So f dash c, you differentiate that function, this will be 3c square minus 10c minus 3, this 3, and this is going to be fb means f I can calculate here, f3 will be minus 27, and f1 is going to be minus 7. So this is minus 27 plus 7 upon 2, so this is going to be minus 10, and this is 3c square minus 10c minus 3. So 3c square will be then 10c, and this will become plus 7 equal to 0, and from here you can get the value of c as c1 is satisfying, yes, c is 1 satisfying, and 7 by 3 also, 7 by 3. So we can split the middle term. So 3c square minus 3c minus 7c plus 7 equal to 0. So you can see that this is 3c you take common, then c minus 1, and minus 7 you take common, c minus 1, this is equal to 0. So c is going to be 1 or c is going to be 7 by 3. So now you see, but c is cannot be equal to 1 by 2 because this is not c cannot be equal to 1 because this is not belonging to this interval, open interval 1 to this. So we are rejecting c, and because it is not belonging from 1 to 3, and this value is belonging from this interval 1 comma 3. So that c is your answer, that which you can see f dash c is equal to 0.